whole culture gives people a voice and an audience that that I feel like all the networks are trying to tap into because they're realizing they're losing people. I mean, newspapers are dying. Craigslist has taken over classifieds. Video is on the web. Radio is on the web. I mean, everybody's trying to get their content on the web because that's where it's at. That's where everyone has access to it.
With everything going digital now and the tools being easier than ever for people to edit and create their own content, it's now possible for anyone essentially to have their own radio or TV channel.
My past, my history is working in retail, grocery stores, produce departments, and I've learned the little tricks. People come in through the doors on a daily basis. They ask me the same questions. I've worked on both coasts now, and I hear the same questions over and over again, so I wanted to reach out to those people. And not only people who come into my store, I wanted to reach out to anyone in the world, really, who I can answer those questions for. And so I developed a podcast when I found out what podcasting was, and now I've reached, probably 5 different countries and all across the U.S., and I'm helping more people than I do than would help in just coming to whatever grocery store I'm working at the time. So.
There's a vibe you tap into when you get to hang out with fellow media makers, people who have this DIY ethic where they want to be creating media, they want to be independent about it, and that they feel like that they've got something to contribute for their communities. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing more exciting than that.
New media can either be a blog, it can be a podcast, it can be a video cast, it can be any one of a number of things that our users are seeking because they're interested in it, as opposed to it being pushed at them by some media conglomerate. What we've seen, certainly at Porter Novelli, is that more and more advertisers are interested in a medium that will allow them to communicate right with their audience, whether that audience is around an issue, group of voters, or whether that audience is around a product. You just can't get that kind of targeted demographic impact with a full-page ad in the USA Today.
We have so much food here. They have no food here. We have so much water here. They have no water. It's the answer. It's the answer. I'm talking for Tibet.
With things like Quick.com and others, I think you're going to see more mobile content creation and more mobile content dissemination. I keep thinking of the protesters in Tibet and before that in Burma. If just one of those monks, had one of these N95 phones in their pocket and had been able to start streaming video, the world would have never looked at those protests the same way again, would have never looked at the Chinese or the Burmese governments the same way again, because it wouldn't have been filtered, it wouldn't have passed through multiple days of hands trying to get it out of the country. It would have been live and real and authentic.
I think in the course of 5 years' time, you're going to start to see more and more TiVo, Apple TV type applications where the medium is going to be ported directly to a box in our living room where we are selecting from umpteen channels of content that we're interested in. What you're starting to see too in the entertainment industry is you're starting to see big name stars, Will Ferrell, Seth MacFarlane, all of these other big name stars are now starting to pursue podcasting and video casting as a way to directly connect with their audiences, and I think that's only going to grow too. And I think what that underscores is the more professional we are in the new media, podcasting medium, the more we're going to match up and be on the same level.
There's still a lot of policy issues hanging over all of this. Many entities are trying to restrict meanings of fair use, trying to control freedom on the internet and who has the ability to create and manage new content streams and software on the internet. The people are going to keep pushing forward and coming up with wild and crazy things. They're going to keep trying to change the world. The question is will we still have the freedom to do all this in a few years?
At the end of the day, no matter what medium you take, whether it's traditional or whether it's this new media thing, it is people connecting with people. And if new media makes it easier for people to connect to people, then I'm all over it.